So what is wisdom? Is it experience? Is it knowledge? Is it philosophy? Is it a religious stance on something? Over the years, many people have tried to describe what exactly wisdom is, and I am here to introduce my version of what exactly wisdom is. There is conveying wisdom, and then there is having wisdom. So, does having wisdom mean that you have the ability to convey your wisdom as well? Because can a person be wise but not be able to speak or convey their wisdom? These are many questions that I have not yet had answers to. And I'm still trying to figure out all the underlyings of what exactly wisdom is. Here is my interpretation of what I think wisdom might be. You got kind of someone accumulates data, information, metadata, and all these other bits and pieces, concepts, preliminarily, and then they learn a language like English or French, in which this information gets conveyed to them. They learn methods of logic, of deduction, induction, abduction. This information is kind of processed and assimilated in the mind. And once you kind of have information and you kind of have interpreted it, then you can kind of organize it into different ways. You got, knowledge, which can be defined in philosophy as a justified true belief. So you have a belief, and then you have a theory of truth towards that belief. This is true because this belief is true because it corresponds with reality, and then it is justified because it has not been falsified yet. So that might be a way of justification. Justification could also be just the reproducibility. So in science, it's all about doing an experiment, and you reproduce the results a few times, and then you show, look, this concept that I have, I believe it's true because it corresponds with reality, and I can show that it corresponds. I am justified with my thing because we've performed an experiment, and this experiment has been reproduced multiple times to show that this concept that I'm delivering to people and I'm trying to explain to people is true and justified. And then there was kind of understanding, okay, just because you know something, how do you know then, how can you understand it? Understanding is more about the interconnection of ideas and concepts and information and also knowledge. So understanding includes knowledge. And for understanding to be realized, you need all of these little bits. You need knowledge, you need concepts, you need all these interconnections. Because normally when a character, like in a film, comes to a realization, it's when they've connected the pieces. And once you've connected the pieces, then you can synthesize this kind of new way of thinking into a kind of newer concept that you can then visualize, and then you can also convey to another person. So, we got this kind of information, you got language, you got concepts, you got knowledge, you got understanding. But how about wisdom? Because wisdom, there was philosophy around wisdom. You got all of these sayings that people will say to convey their wisdoms. You got allegories, you got metaphors. And then you got philosophies like Stoicism, that kind of described how you behave or act based on a variety of situations and circumstances. So wisdom is not just one thing, it is a multitude of things, but there is a process to acquire wisdom and then to convey wisdom. So the question I want to answer is, can you acquire wisdom and then can you convey this wisdom to someone else? By conveying wisdom to someone else, can they then acquire wisdom themselves? And that is what I'm trying to do with this channel. Thank you for watching.